Hi guys, Mrs. Martin here. Just wanted to direct you every day to the agenda slide. In the agenda slide, you'll have a warm up, an activity, and extensions to take up the 30 minutes. What I've noticed in the last couple days is that some of you might be missing the warm up where you go to the daily doc. You have to listen to the daily message. I give you feedback on the previous day and try and give you a heads up as about what the day's lesson is. Today, for example, is phases of the moon. Use this GIF right here on the slide to help answer the question into the notes section of the daily doc. Then you'll go to Google Classroom for your activity where you'll find this form linked. You'll fill out the form. There is a reading within the form that we, rather than give to you as a separate reading, we just put everything in one place for today. And the full 30 minutes should be spent on the warm up and the activity, but many of you move at different paces. So the extension is there for you to use the 30 minutes to best prepare yourself for high school and moving forward. Yesterday, when you did mark the graph, most of you did the first two really strongly. Title, independent variable is the x-axis. The dependent variable is the y-axis. High points and low points were easy for you to identify. And there is a decreasing pattern, but that was because the graph was organized that way, not because there was one set pattern. Now, the explanation here about the reasoning, many of you had some good thoughts around why these types of candies were more popular than these types of candies, but some of you didn't even compare multiple things within the graph. So when you're evaluating a graph, make sure that you're explaining what you see in the graph and then giving some thoughts that are not on the graph around that. So cite the graph and then provide some explanation that's beyond the graph. Many of you struggled with point of view. Point of view, you'll see right here, graphgraph.com is just a website that collects graphs. Many of you saw that, some of you did not. Why might that be more biased than other sites? A few people mentioned that a .gov site or .edu might be a more reputable site. Some of you did not even mention the source or got the source wrong, where you talked about that students counted it. And then when you talk about your point of view, you want to actually explain it. Next thing for today is when you go to the daily doc, you will see here the warm up, the activity, and the extensions, but you need to scroll down to find your name. And then that's where some of you have been not completing the warm up part. The next thing is today's lesson. This is what the form is going to look like. It will collect your address. Make sure you fill out everything as you go through this. You'll see what phase the moon is, a little practice of our moon logs. What phase do you expect the moon to be in 28 days? And then here's where the text is. You have some reading, text, images, and then the questions are here. And then so you can get a copy of your responses and hit submit. No need to send a copy of your responses if you don't want to. All right, I hope you're having a good day. Look forward to seeing you on Friday, which will be our next Zoom meeting. Have a great day.